outcome of this game is going to be. I know Eastern lost yesterday, Blair. They lost 2-0, although they had more shots than their Indiana opponent, DePaul. Any thoughts on a outcome today?
I'm really looking to see Eastern take a lot of shots, like you said. Last night, the Wheaton Thunder had 18 shots, and their opponents, Cal Baptist, had 14. And in covering the action, you could really see the difference that made in opportunities that our opponents had to get to the goal. With Eastern, I think they're going to be coming in a lot stronger than they may have done last night. Just because coming off of a loss, you're always way more fired up to win, and they've also had a chance to, look at the stats and see how we're going to be playing. Now we're coming in ranked preseason first in the nation, so that's definitely intimidating, but I think that they can handle it.
Yeah, let's get the. I definitely believe Wheaton women's soccer can handle it. I think you're right on that. Let's get the starting lineups for Eastern University. You may hear them over the loudspeakers in just a moment here as the players are beginning to walk off the field. The clock has sounded, and the game will start momentarily. Corey Brandt is starting for Eastern along with Cara Neef, Steffi Souter, Liza O'Keefe, Heidi Peachy, Jill DiRenzo, and actually Heidi Peachy and Steffi Souter, who I formerly mentioned, midfielder and a defender respectively, are two of the three captains for this Eagles team. Christine Zeiset, Ashley Hackman, Ashley's the other captain, Amanda Davler, Nicole Grindle, and Lauren Rowe. So this is a team that is actually returning 10 of 11 starters from last year and is definitely going to provide some good competition today. Wheaton and Eagles players are lining up on the sideline right now by the referees, about to jog out to midfield. Eastern... Go ahead.
We've
Go
got
ahead, Blair.
the Eastern players, and they're all maroon get up, and we've got our defending title Wheaton Thunder girls in the home white uniforms.
Between the Eastern University Eagles and your Wheaton College Thunder.
So you'll hear the starting lineups once again over the loudspeakers. If you couldn't hear that, Wheaton is in white shirts and socks, blue shorts, orange lettering on the back, all maroon for the Eastern Eagles.
And now the starting lineup for Eastern University. Captain number 17, Ashley Hackman. In goal, number 18, Amanda DeVealer. Number 2, Corey Brandt. Number 4, Cara Neef. Number 6, Steffi Souter. Number 9, Liza O'Keefe. Number 10, Heidi Peachy. Number 13, Jill DiRenzo. Number 14, Christine Zeiset. Number 20, Nicole Grindle. And number 22, Lauren Rowe. Eastern is coached by Dan Mao. And now the starting lineup for your Wheaton College Thunder. Captain number 8, Carrie Kleinstra. In goal, number 01, Ingrid Erickson.
There's been a change to the starting lineup.
Number 4, Caitlin Kishkunis.
Erickson will be starting in goal.
Number 5, Jamie Orweiler. Number 6, Brittany Bird. Number 7, Laura Karsten. Number 9, Mia Della Torre. Number 11, Lauren Lindner. Number 12, Kelly Foltz. Number 16, co-captains Taryn Lee. And number 20, Lauren Mosier. The Thunder are coached by Pete Felsky, assisted by Tim Daniels and Cesar Gomez.
And the crowd stands for the national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
right, so the players jog off the field. The referees meet in the middle of the field as the two sideline judges will go to their respective sides. Again, Eastern is returning 10 of 11 starters. Actually outshot DePaul last night. We're going to get a quick box score for you on that game. Wheaton has got to watch out for Ashley Hackman, again, captain of the Eastern Eagles. She had 6 shots last night, which is a phenomenal number. Taryn Lee, though, for Wheaton had 5, and Allie Kopelman had 5. The contributions that Wheaton is going to get
Ladies
from...
and gentlemen, be sure to visit the Bon Appetit concession stand where we're serving fresh squeezed lemonade and other wonderful things.
The contributions that the Wheaton Thunder women's soccer team are going to get from freshmen this year is pretty astounding. How important is it to have a good recruiting class like this?
I think that having the freshmen come in and have such a strong showing last night was really encouraging for Wheaton fans. I believe we have 13 new. Correct me if I'm wrong, Noah.
We've got 10 freshmen, and it may be 13 new players. Yeah,
13 new players on a 26-man team. It's great to have the co-captains Taryn Lee, who played all 27 games last season, and Kleinstra, to be there to have that backbone for those returning girls and show them what they're about, because there aren't a lot of returning starters or seniors.
That's right. And actually, the one change in the Wheaton starting lineup today, Ingrid Erickson is going to play goal. She had the most saves of any Thunder goalie last night, and she was really, really good in her first match of this season. Played last season. She had 5 saves in 36 minutes, did not allow a goal, and she's got the starting nod tonight. So definitely a good decision by Coach Felsky. That's another position, though, where we see that Wheaton is once again deep, is the goalie position. We've got Ingrid Erickson, sophomore, very talented. 2 real athletes in Chase Pounds and Carly Olson.
Both of them, double sport. Both of them.
That's right.
Carly Olson playing tennis before for Wheaton, and Chase Pounds playing basketball a year ago.
So Felsky really going out and getting the athletes. And then, of course, you got Justine Morey, who was on the team last year and got the start last night. Berg toes the ball at center field, right at the midfield line, waiting on the whistle. And the second game is underway in the Bob Batista Invitational for Wheaton College. Berg has it around midfield, passes back across the midfield line to Kleinstra on the far side. Delatorre touches it back now. And all the way on the far side, Foltz has it, touches back to Delatorre. Delatorre tries to get it to Kleinstra. She does. Kleinstra going up the far sideline right now. She's gone about 20 yards. She's still got the ball at her feet. She's going towards the top of the box. She's at the top left corner of the box. She's going to the goal line, and it's going to roll out of bounds on the goal line for a corner kick, which is something that we saw early last game as well, is a lot of corners early for Wheaton. They finished with 6. They had, I believe, 4 in the first 6 or 7 minutes. Corner kick played short. Delatorre has it, looking for someone, and in out of nowhere is Ashley Hackman, and she stopped that pretty promptly. Throwing now for the Eagles. Looking down line. Kleinstra wins the header, and Hackman kicks it up. Ball around midfield now. Foltz applying pressure on the back, and Berg has it now on the near side. Berg with it on the near side in the attacking third of the field. Berg's got a shot. She takes it on goal. Little skip, and the keeper picks it up. That keeper would be Amanda Daviler.
We really saw last night Berg, every time she got a chance, going for it.
That's right. She does it right away in this game. If you're just joining us, 0-0, 43 minutes left here in the first half. Wheaton Women's Thunder soccer team is looking to create something early. Lidner carried the ball up the field for a little bit and lost it. Ball around midfield now in the Eagles' possession. Played long and taken out of the air by Karsten. All the way back to Mosier, back to Karsten. Karsten plays it outside now. Kishkunis has it. Kishkunis lays it back to Mosier. Mosier plays a long ball up to Lee. Let's see if she can win this, and she does. Plays a through ball, and here goes Orweiler. Orweiler with a shot off the goalie, bounces back and into the Eagles' defense. Good opportunity right away there for the Wheaton Thunder. Delatorre has it now at the top right corner of the box, sends a through ball to Berg. Berg has it near the goal line and passes to Orweiler. That's going to go out of bounds for a corner kick.
Thunder, corner kick.
2 corner kicks in the first 2 minutes and 20 seconds of this game.
It's good to see that Orweiler-Lee combination already starting to come in strong for the Wheaton Thunder.
Absolutely. Looks like Kishkunis is going to take the corner kick. Actually, there are 2 people over there. That's Maria Delatorre and Kishkunis. Looks like they might play it short. They did that a lot yesterday. Ball goes to Delatorre. She tries to pass a negative ball across the box. It slips out of the keeper's hands, and it's cleared out by the defense of the Eagles. Carstens brings it down with her left foot. She's got it at the top of the box and is swarmed. Mosier's closest to the ball when it bounces, but Foltz gets over there first. Foltz takes the ball out of the air, and it looks like she's fouled. No call there. Foltz wins the ball back. That was Jill DiRenzo with the aggressive play for the Eagles. Kleinstra has it now on the far side and passes down the line toward midfield to Orweiler. Orweiler has it cutting middle of the field, goes past one defender, and then she's stopped. That's Heidi Peachy with the ball for the Eagles. Plays a through ball down the side. Wheaton defense has got to be careful here. Kleinstra catching up. Zeisset still with the ball. Passes up to the top of the key to Rowe. Rowe loses it to Orweiler. Orweiler turns it upfield, cutting across the field, and here's defense. Pressure on her back in the form of the captain of the other team, Ashley Hackman. Mosier's got the ball on the near side now, lays it back to Lidner. This is something that we see Wheaton, both teams, do very well, and that's possess the ball defensively. Mosier plays it long, and that's intercepted by Hackman. Hackman has it, turns back around, guarded by Kishkunis. That should be a Wheaton throw. Kishkunis is going to take the throw for Wheaton. The throw goes into Berg. Berg keeps it in play. Can't turn. Catches up with it. She may lay it back. Yep, she does to Karsten. Karsten has it around midfield. Plays it negative back to Kleinstra at the far side of the field. Kleinstra lays it back to Foltz. Lidner's going to chauffeur her on the back right. She doesn't take it, though. Passes up to Lee. Lee can't quite get a hold of it. Now she does. Lays it back to Kleinstra. A little miscommunication there. And Foltz has it and touches it middle to Karsten. Karsten, nifty move there to keep the ball away from the defender. Being pressured on her back. Referee is in play. Goes off the referee to the Eagles players. And Foltz with a good tackle right there to Kishkunis, and Kishkunis clears it. The Eagles ball now, and they're attacking fairly well. Hackman has it now and stopped by Lidner. Let me tell you, she is a wall.
Gorgeous.
Lidner bringing the ball upfield, former forward, and tries to play it wide, and that's intercepted by Grindle. And Grindle has it taken away from her, and Kishkunis has it here, and Wheaton's defending third on the near side of the field. Wheaton running left to right on your radio dial in this first half. 0-0, 40 minutes left in the first half, and it goes out on the near side for an Eagle throw. Corey Brandt's going to take the throw in. Throws it into Hackman. Hackman has it, plays up past Lidner. Kleinstra has it on the far side in the box, being guarded by Zeisset. Kleinstra goes by Zeisset, passes it up the line, and that's going to go out of bounds for Eagles throw. I'd say if you're a average spectator right now, it's looking pretty even.
Yeah.
Ball's laid back, and there's a long shot for the Eagles over the crossbar. Ingrid Erickson covered her spot well, but wouldn't have mattered. It's going to be a goal kick for Wheaton.
Head coach Mal for Eastern has definitely done a very good job of pairing up his girls with the Wheaton Thunder girls, who would most be difficult for them to guard.
I agree. It's definitely rare when you see a team come out and be able to contain Wheaton so well so early in the game. Mosier has it now, coming on the near side, passes it up to Berg. Berg gets there, has a defender on her back, doesn't turn. Now she does, kicks it through her legs. Coming up on midfield, now plays a switch to Kleinstra. Kleinstra can't get there before Zeisset does for the Eagles. It's going to go out of bounds off Zeisset for a Wheaton throw. Kleinstra to take the throw, throws it down line to Orweiler. Orweiler keeps it in play, and it bounces out. Eagles ball in there, defending third of the field now on the far side. Ball played to the middle, and right up to Karsten. Karsten has it a little bit in front of midfield, plays it over to Delatorre. Delatorre plays a negative ball. Lidner and Mosier, neither one of them knew which one it was to, so Lidner stepped up. Lidner, very dangerous play there, kind of taking the attacker one-on-one, but it worked out. Kishkunis has the ball now for Wheaton. Plays, a nice through ball, but great step there by Liza O'Keefe. Through ball to Lee. Lee has it in the box, and she puts it in the goal, far post. 1-0 Wheaton with 37:30 left in this first half. And just like that, Wheaton's got the lead.
Nice. Who was that with the assist, Noah?
I believe it was... We'll see in a moment. I believe it might have been either Kishkunis or Delatorre.
I think it was.
That's under goal, her second of the season. For number 16, Taryn Lee. For number 4, Caitlin Kishkunis. Lee from Kishkunis.
So 1-0, that's Lee's second goal of the season. And 8 minutes into the game, Wheaton's got a lead, even though it didn't look like we had much of anything going for us up top after the first minute or two. Long ball played now by Rowe. Into a sprinting Grindle. Grindle has it near Wheaton's box. Kishkunis, great defense applied there. Grindle tries to play a negative ball right across the mouth of the goal, and nobody picked it up. That's going to roll all the way out to the far side. Long shot in, and Lidner clears it. Lee plays the ball up by midfield. Orweiler has it now running. Wheaton's got numbers, 3-2. Orweiler plays the through ball to Lee. This could be Lee's second goal, and she's called for offsides.
Offside.
Last night we definitely saw a lot more play in the box. On both sides, the defense is really doing a good job of keeping the other team out of that.
That was a great through ball by Orweiler. Free kick now for the Eagles. They take it and plays it up to Foltz. Foltz has it on the far side around midfield. Now crosses over midfield. The ball goes up to Orweiler. Orweiler's going to try to keep it in. She does. She toes that line and now is cutting it back toward the middle of the field. Cuts it back to her right foot near the goal line. Coming back out near the top of the box, and she's fouled. It's going to be a free kick for Wheaton. Wheaton with the lead, 35-45 left here in the first half. Delatorre lines up over the ball. She's going to take the kick. Extended off the top left corner of the box. Kick goes in the air. Berg's at the far post, and it's going to sail out of bounds. Goal kick for the Eagles, Eastern University. And the referee's jogging over now to talk to Coach Mao. And words exchanged. Karsten wins the ball in the air off the goal kick. Kishkunis comes up and heads it up to Berg. Berg can't get there, but it's knocked out of bounds.
This is
Off
your
of
home
Eastern
for
University.
Wheaton
That
Thunder
was Liza
Soccer,
O'Keefe that knocked it out of
Wheaton
bounds.
College Radio.
And actually, they're going to give it to Eastern, so Eastern takes the throw. Up to Hackman. Karsten takes it from her. Karsten plays it back to Mosier. Mosier plays it up to Berg, tries to get a touch on it, can't. And the ball is won there by O'Keefe. O'Keefe is fouled in it by Berg, and it's going to be a free kick. 1-0, Wheaton College with the lead with 34:30 left in this first half. Free kick on the near side, just on the Eagles side of midfield. Low kick, and Kishkunis steps up and wins it and plays a nice through ball. If Lee can get there and outrun him, that would be nice. It looks like it's going to roll to the keeper, and the keeper clears it. Out of bounds. It's going to be a Wheaton throw. Heads up play there by the goalie, Amanda Davler. Orweiler has it now running down the left side, plays a beautiful ball into the box, collected by Davler. Davler's punt is high, but short on the Eagles side of midfield. Yet the Eagles collect it. Hackman lays it back. Eagles with a little bit of passing now. Hackman has it now up on the top of the circle. Plays a nice through ball up to Zeiset, and it's going to roll out of bounds as Zeiset can't get there. It's going to be a Wheaton goal kick. The only goalie to not see action so far has been Chase Pounds. Do you think she'll get in today?
I'm hoping she does. I'm really hoping she does.
Short kick played up the middle to Delatorre. Delatorre has it. She looks for Kishkunis on her right. Kishkunis turns, coming near side of sideline, trying to carry it over midfield. Plays a great through ball to Berg. Berg is running up near the top of the box now on the right side. Now going goal line, now cutting it back towards the middle of the field. Going back to the goal line. Maybe she'll take it to the post. Here comes the ball across the middle to Lee, and it's a goal on the volley. Taryn Lee from Berg, 2-0 Wheaton.
Wow.
I mean, that's about all you can say about that one. Wow.
Wow.
50th of her career. For number 16, Taryn Lee. From number 6, Brittany Berg. Lee from Berg.
So that's a milestone goal. I believe they said the 50th goal of her career.
50th of her career.
We're gonna check on that for you. And right after the goal kick, it's going to run out of bounds for a Wheaton goal. I'm sorry, after the kickoff, it's going to run out of bounds for a Wheaton goal kick. But that was a great play. Kishkunis with a marvelous over-the-top through ball to Berg, and Berg played it low and hard, and Lee met it with her foot right into the upper right corner. Kishkunis plays it off a defender, and she's going to have a throw here on the near side. Kishkunis has got Lee. She plays it to her. Lee, flick on with the head. And the ball comes down to Eastern. That's Corey Brandt with it. Brandt passes up to Hackman. Hackman, she's got Rowe on her right. Doesn't use her, cuts it back and goes by Delatorre. Hackman still going with the ball. I don't think she can take Wheaton's whole team. And she loses it to Foltz. Ball goes back to Rowe. Rowe plays it all the way up to Zeiset. Zeiset plays it back to Neef. Neef plays it in the middle. Great possession here. Rowe has it now in Wheaton's attacking, the Eagles attacking third. And there's a through ball to Zeiset all the way on the far side of the field. She keeps it in play, but in doing so, lets herself roll out of bounds, and Wheaton came up with it temporarily there. Lidner now has it, and she plays it up to midfield. Lee wins it from the defender, and Lee's going one-on-one with the goalie right now. She's going for her hat trick this early in the game. And she just misses.
Just shy. A lot of play is happening this game versus Cal Baptist game yesterday. Happening midfield is where most of the action is. We're not getting to the ends as much on either end. And so, we're definitely, I think, going to see a lot more of those kind of one-on-one with goalie action.
Yeah, there's not as much crowding in the box. There's not a whole lot of box play right now. It is definitely a game being played in the midfield. Lee had a chance for her hat trick there, and we're not even 15 minutes into the game. 30 minutes left now. 2-0 Wheaton. Lee with both the goals. Mosier has it on Wheaton's side and goes by a defender. Mosier now looks middle to Carson. Carson, 3 defenders converging on her, pulls it back, plays to Foltz. Very smart play there. Foltz over to Kleinster on the far side, now around the midfield line. Coming across midfield now for Wheaton. She could look big switch, but she drops it back across midfield to Karsten. Karsten plays the big switch now over to Mosier, and Mosier has the ball once again on the near side for Wheaton. Mosier plays it back to Foltz. Wheaton really not in a hurry at all. Great ball movement. Foltz plays it over to Kleinster over across midfield. Kleinster has it, taking it upfield now. Kleinster still with the ball. Cuts it back. Looked at Delatorre in the middle and then didn't play to her. Now plays it up to Lee. Lee with the ball in the top corner of the box, and she loses it, and it's cleared by Eastern, and it's going to roll out to Karsten. Karsten taking her time. Low pressure being played right now by the Eagles. Delatorre has it, and she moves it over to Mosier. Mosier with the ball and plays it all the way back across the field to Foltz. Foltz plays it up to Kleinster. Kleinster's got no one in front of her, but she's got to keep the ball in play. She doesn't, so it's going to be an Eagles throw on the far side in their defending third of the field. You'll see a sub here in a moment for Wheaton, which Blair will call out for us. Lee with the ball at the top of the box. Looks like she got fouled. No call. And the ball pops out now, and Kleinster wins the header. And cleared once again, only to Delatorre's head. So Eastern can really not get the ball out of their defending third. Delatorre has it, and she gets the ball out of their defending third by playing a negative ball to Mosier. Mosier plays up to Lee. Lee plays it to Berg on the near side. Berg still with the ball, lays off to Kishkunis. Kishkunis plays it across the field to Orweiler in the middle, and it goes off Orweiler out of bounds.
Checking for Wheaton, number 2, Allie Kopelman.
Now we're seeing freshman Allie Kopelman come onto the field for, it's looking like, for Berg.
Looks like she's going to get...
Oh, for Kleinstra.
Yeah, looks like she's going to grab Kleinstra.
She's coming in for Kleinstra. Now remember that Kopelman last night had 2 goals and 2 assists in our 5-1 win.
Not a bad first college game.
Not a bad one at all.
Hackman has it, and it's taken by Delatorre. Delatorre has it on the top of the circle for Wheaton. Plays a nice through ball to Kopelman. Kopelman getting her first touches of this game inside the box now. She has Delatorre negative. She doesn't use her. Ball rolls out to Karsten. Karsten puts it in with her left foot and out of bounds on the goal line. It's going to be a goal kick here, and in a moment we'll have a sub for Eastern. And it looks like Bethany Ingold, the freshman midfielder, is going to go in for Nicole Grindle eventually. That's my guess. We'll see. Ball rolls out now. Hackett has it near the middle of the field. Over to Rowe, and Rowe plays it back over. Peachy has it. Peachy plays it to Rowe. Rowe looks upfield, and the ball is lost, and Berg comes on and has it now on the near side for Wheaton. Berg cuts it back to the middle of the field, now crossing over the midfield line. Berg goes by 1 defender, goes by 2 defenders, and the opposing coach is telling the players to sprint, catch up. They can't catch her. Lee plays the ball to Berg in the box. Back out to Lee. Lee has a shot for her 3rd goal of the game. She takes it. It's good! Hat trick, Taryn Lee.
Nice.
26:52 left here in the first half. 3-0 Wheaton, and why don't we just call this the Taryn Lee show right now? She took that one with her left foot.
Number 23, Bethany Engel.
So Bethany Engel checks in for Eastern, and she is a freshman from Pennsylvania. A lot of Pennsylvania.
Her 3rd game for number 16, Taryn Lee. Lee unassisted.
A lot of Pennsylvania players, the school being from Pennsylvania, so definitely a local draw there for Eastern University. And she does replace Nicole Grindle. And it looks like Eastern University is trying to play a 4-3-3, which is something that we saw the men's team do last night very successfully, but Eastern doesn't seem to have the pressure that the Wheaton men's team did yesterday to be able to pull this off. Yeah. Foltz has it in the back and clears it up to Lee. Lee plays a head-on to nobody, really just the Eagle defense of O'Keefe. O'Keefe has it. O'Keefe plays it up to Peachy. Peachy, the captain for the Eagles, plays it all the way up, and Mosier collects it in the back for the Thunder. Mosier cuts back to the middle of the field and plays to Karsten. Karsten with the ball in the middle of the field near the bottom of the circle for Wheaton, plays back to Mosier on the near side. Mosier plays a long ball to the middle of the field. That may roll all the way to the goalie. Kolpeman's running on a little bit late. So it looks like pretty soon we'll have subs here for Wheaton as well. Jamie Herman and Aaron Hodina checking in. And I believe they'll be getting Berg. And we'll see who else they get. Wheaton with the ball in the middle now. Delatorre has it right on the center circle. Plays over to Foltz. Foltz tries to keep it in bounds with her left foot, and she does. No attacker up there, though, so it's going to roll to the defense. O'Keefe plays it up to Rowe. Rowe has the ball now. Rowe plays it over to the sideline. Eagles still maintaining possession. Rowe has it now coming near the middle of the field. Still in on their defending half. And Foltz wins the ball and pushes it up to Kopelman. Kopelman plays to Lee. Lee with 2 defenders on her. Plays negative across to Delatorre, who couldn't get a foot on it. And just checked into the game, Bethany Engel gets her first touches for Eastern University. Engel plays a nice through ball, but Mosier meets it before the attacker does. Plays to Kishkunis. Kishkunis plays it to Delatorre. Delatorre right at the center line. Plays it back to Mosier. Mosier plays over to Foltz. Foltz with the ball now, plays all the way over far side, and that's Orweiler with it. She hasn't touched the ball in a little while. Orweiler now carrying it up 20, 25, 30 yards. Plays to Lee, gets it right back from her. Orweiler cuts it back, and maybe she'll play backwards as she does to Karsten. Karsten plays across the field to Mosier. Mosier plays up to Delatorre. Delatorre, Wheaton taking their time here. plays over to Kishkunis. Kishkunis with the ball. 18 yards from the goal line, takes it to the goal line. Now cuts it back, plays it to Mosier. Mosier with the ball about 30 yards out, plays the ball into the box to Lee. Lee has it in the middle of the box, lays a negative ball out to Karsten. Karsten may have a shot here for her first goal, and it bounces off the goalie, and the goalie collects it. So well done there by Daviler, the goalie for Eastern University. Unselfish, huh? So she scores 3 goals, but she's also willing to get her teammates involved. Handball on Wheaton near the center stripe, and it's going to be a free kick for Liza O'Keefe, the junior defender. 3-0 Wheaton with the lead, 23 minutes left here in the first half. O'Keefe takes the kick, and Foltz doesn't win that one in the air. That's pretty rare. Mosier tries to clear it. Ball bounces back out, and Lauren Lidner now with the clearance. Running onto it is Corey Brandt for Eastern University. Brandt with the ball now. Defended well by Berg. Berg pokes the ball out to Engel, and Berg pokes it away from Engel. Great hustle there.
Heading for Eastern, number 5, Katie Ruth, and number 12, Kaylina Crompton. And in for Wheaton, number 10, Erin Hodina, and number 3, Jamie Herman.
So Hodina and Herman checking in for Wheaton. They're going to get Kishkunis and Berg. And Eastern University counters it with 2 substitutions of their own. Ball stays in play now. Engel has it, guarded by Hodina. Hodina goes back to the sideline and kicks it out of bounds. It's going to be an Eastern throw here on the near side in the attacking third of the field. Throw goes over everyone's head. Hodina tracks it down and shields it out of bounds. It's going to be a goal kick for Erickson, or whoever's going to take the goal kick, maybe Mosier. No, Erickson plays it short to Mosier, though. Mosier's got Hodina on the line, plays Hodina. Hodina now cuts it back, plays back to Mosier. Mosier goes long with it this time, and ball goes up to Lee. Lee ducks under it. Now it hits her in the back of the head on the second bounce, and it comes back up and is cleared by the Eagle defense to Hackman. Hackman plays a head on to DiRenzo. DiRenzo gets it taken from her by Lidner and Mosier. Little tag team effort right there. Ball is laid back now. Pretty good possession being played here. Crompton has it for the Eagles. Ball's played up to Kolpelman. Kolpelman with it on her right foot, plays back to Orweiler. Orweiler plays across to Karsten. Karsten plays back to Lidner. Lidner plays over to Mosier. Mosier's got Hodina on the line here on the near side in the defending third again. And Hodina with a nice trap turns it up the line, and now she's going. She takes it across midfield and wanted to send a through ball to Herman, but couldn't get it past the defender. And it's knocked back up to Hackman now. Hackman has it in the center circle. And Foltz comes out and sends a towering clear for the Wheaton Thunder. And the header could not be handled, as it is actually headed backwards. And the goalie picks it up. And you are allowed to pick up the ball if it is headed back to you by your own team. Long punt. Taken out of the air by Eastern. And Lee comes in and collects it from Eastern. Pass really to the middle of 2 people, and Hodina comes and collects it back to Karsten. Hodina moving back to the line now, trying to space things out. Ball goes to Mosier. Mosier may pass it to Hodina now. This is why she made that run. No, Mosier passes back to Lidner. Lidner has it now in the backfield, passes over to Foltz. Foltz has it now, turning it upfield. She can go middle or she can go outside. She goes outside and sends it a little. Actually, that was perfect speed right there. Orweiler runs onto it. Orweiler plays to Kolpelman. Kolpelman can't control it. And Kolpelman, great. She got called for the foul there, but really great hustle getting back in position on that one. Pretty soon you're going to see a substitution here for Wheaton, as Rebecca Oliver is going to check into the game in a moment. Free kick for the Eagles, 3-0 Wheaton College, 20 minutes left here in the first half. All 3 goals by Taryn Lee. Free kick taken, and Foltz takes it out of the air. Up to Lee, who's at the center line. Lee turns it with her chest across the body upfield, gets it taken from her. Ball now goes over to Eastern on the far side, and it rolls out of bounds as Neef just could not control it for Eastern.
Substitution for Wheaton. Number 14, Rebecca Oliver, and number 23, Ann Turner.
So Oliver and Turner checking into the game. Oliver's going to grab Mosier. As Mosier comes out, she had a lot of touches in the back.
Yeah.
And Turner is going to grab Dilatori, giving her a short rest. throw for Foltz on the far side of the field. Throw goes into Lee. I'm sorry, Kopelman. Kopelman ducks under it. And it's going to be possessed by Eastern as they lay it back to their defense and play it up now. Oliver with her first touches of the game. Oliver, little battle here between her and Jill DiRenzo, junior forward. DiRenzo Turner tries to play it up into the middle of the field. That's just going to be collected by the defense unless the forwards can take it away. And that's played up now for the Eagles, and Crompton has it. Crompton lays it off to Ruth. Ruth with it on the far side, crossing over into Wheaton territory now, plays to Hackman. Hackman plays over on the far side. The Eagles have it now down the line, turning back to the middle of the field. Hackman gets it back, plays a through ball into the box. Erickson's got to come out, and she does. First time she's had to come off her line this game. Erickson with the punt now. And it's going to land around midfield. Turner can't collect it. Ball rolls out to Peachy. Peachy lays it off to Kopelman. Very nice of her. Kopelman to Orweiler for Wheaton. Orweiler now crossing over into the territory of the Eagles. Gets it right back from Lee on a 1-2 touch, and she gets it taken from her by Peachy. Lee collects it now at the top left corner of the box. Lee dancing around the ball a little bit. Now turns. Plays Kopelman. And it's taken, actually on the pass, it was taken by, I believe that's Stephanie Souter. Ball played to the middle of the field, and Herman tried to head it in and just could not get her head around on it as she heads it out of bounds.
And for Eastern, number 15, Chrissy Graff.
So, Blair, we got a substitution here for Eastern.
Got Chrissy Kraft coming in for O'Keefe now. O'Keefe was playing very good defense.
She was. It's going to be interesting to see how their defense adjusts now with one of their leaders out. Lee heads the ball up to herself off the goal kick and kicks it off an Eastern defender for a corner.
Thunder, corner kick.
3-0, Wheaton Women's Thunder Soccer winning here with little less than 17 minutes left here in the first half. All three goals, if you're just joining us, by Taryn Lee. Orweiler has it off the corner. Orweiler looking to come into the box in the middle of the field, lays it back out to Kopelman, still outside the box. Kopelman plays it to the top of the box to Lee. Lee tries to take it off one bounce, but it's met by a defender first. Ball rolls out now to Hodina. Hodina with her first touches, and she knocks it off of Corey Brandt for a Wheaton throw. Hodina takes the throw and plays it into Herman. Herman lays it back to Hodina. Hodina keeps it in bounds. The whole ball's got to cross out of bounds for it to be out. And she plays it off of a defender. Almost rolls out for a corner. Does not. It's going to be cleared out for a throw for Wheaton here on the near side, attacking third for Wheaton. Ball goes into Turner. Turner lays it back to Hodina. Hodina with the ball, plays it middle to Karsten. Karsten has the ball turning upfield. She's tripped. That'll be a foul. A little trippage there by Hackman.
Yeah.
Hodina has the ball, and she plays up to Herman. And that's taken by Brandt. She's getting a few more touches now. Oliver tries to meet the ball with her head. Karsten now tries some battle for it. Oliver and Hackman battling. Hackman trips Oliver. No call. Engel plays it across the middle of the field and tries to play it up to Hackman, and Lidner is right there, and she sends it upfield. Herman runs onto the ball, plays a through ball to Lee. Lee may be going for her fourth goal here, and the defense will have none of it as Souter just kicks it out of bounds here on the near side. Attacking third again for Wheaton.
With Eastern's offensive, I'm really looking to see them play more in the middle when they get the ball over.
Yeah, but it's just being shut down.
They've tried several through kicks that have been intercepted.
Ball rolls all the way out now. It's going to go back to Foltz or Orweiler. We'll see who collects it. Foltz collects it, and it's going to go out of bounds. Should be Wheaton throw. It is. And you saw Coach Felsky talking to Rebecca Oliver, telling her, fight for position first before you try to clear the ball. In any sport, you talk about position. How important is that?
As a basketball player, I know, get in there, first of all. Every time for Eastern, their positioning has just been bad. They get the ball in their possession, they look up, and to get the through, and their offense isn't in place.
Ball rolls over on the near side now. Engel has it, stopped by Hodina, and it's going to go out of bounds.
Checking in for Eastern, number 11, Katie Mannion.
3-0 still. Wheaton Thunder leading all 3 goals by Taryn Lee. Little less than 14 minutes left here in the first half. Long throw over Hodina's head. Hodina's going to try to catch up with it now and lays it back pass to Oliver. Oliver plays it up past Hackman and then touched out of bounds by Turner. It's going to be a throw now for Corey Brandt of Eastern University. Brandt, throw goes into Hackman. Hackman being guarded by Karsten. Hackman trying to turn it toward the middle of the field, takes a long shot, and Erickson's going to collect that with ease. She's got a punt or a throw or a roll, and there's the roll. She rolls it out to Oliver. Oliver has it taken up the field for Wheaton, plays it to Herman, and good step there by Brandt for Eastern University. She's going to get the throw off the throw-in, throws it into Hackman. Hackman has it now, taking it down toward the goal line against Wheaton. Takes it goal line past Oliver, plays a negative ball, and Lidner pops it up in the air. Lands just outside the box, and Turner heads it up to Herman. Herman can't get there in time, and it's going to be kicked out of bounds by Brandt, so it's going to be a goal kick and a substitution.
As we're looking,
Defender number 15, Laura Sutton.
got Laura Sutton coming in for Wheaton Thunder. She's going to be taking Jamie Orweiler's place.
Goal kick for Erickson. She plays it short to Foltz. Foltz with the ball in the defending third of the field for Wheaton. We've got probably, I would say, a couple hundred, maybe 300 people out here right now.
Maybe a little more, maybe like 400.
I'm not good with these estimates. Me and Mark were doing this last night, and I said I thought we had maybe 400 people. He said, I think we have about 800, 900 people.
Just a little off.
Kopelman's got it now near the top of the box. Plays it back to Turner. Turner gets it taken from her and collected by Sutton. Sutton plays it in to Hodina in the box. Hodina's got it in the box, tries to keep it in bounds, and it rolls out of bounds. Goal kick, Eastern University. 3-0. Wheaton with the lead. 11:40 left in the first half in this second game of the Bob Batista Invitational. The goal kick goes short to Herman. Herman heads it into the box, and the goalie's going to try to collect it over Lee. She can't, and she gets it off of a couple bounces. Lee tries to poke it in the goal off of a bounce, and it just misses side netting. Almost picked up her fourth on a little garbage play right there. Substitution here for Wheaton.
Checking in for Wheaton, number 24, Caitlin Liebedor.
Liebedor checks in for Wheaton. She's going to grab Foltz.
How many freshmen do we have on the field right now? 3?
Let's see, in the back. In the back, there's Liebedor. Then in the midfield, we've got Karsten. Mm-hmm. Sutton is listed as a freshman, but she's actually a sophomore here. It's their first year of soccer. So first-year players, we've got Oliver's going to watch the ball roll out of bounds on the near side here in the defending third. First-year players, we've got Liebedor, Karsten, Sutton, Turner, and Kopelman. 5 of the 11 players on the field right now for Wheaton are first-year players. Throwing goes into Oliver. She wins it with her head. Turner has it and kicks it out of bounds. It's going to be a throw for Brandt here on the near side. Brandt throws it in. Hodina wins it with her foot, and the ball comes down. Mannion has it. Mannion plays it to Hackman. Hackman lays it back. Eastern trying to get something going here. Brandt has it, going to play left foot across into the middle of the box. Lidner's there to collect, and she lets it skip off her foot, playing sideways backwards. There's a shot over the crossbar. Erickson really has not been challenged yet this game.
Joel Dorenzo with that shot. It's the first time we're seeing Hackman get a little more help.
That's right. She's kind of been trying to do everything by herself.
Yeah.
Teammates were not really moving off the ball for her. Oliver has it now, carrying it up the field. She's going to make someone commit. She keeps going. Plays it up to Kopelman, and that's intercepted by the defense and cleared back into the Wheaton defending third. Karsten has it now in the defending third for Wheaton. Karsten plays it far side all the way over to Sutton. Sutton plays it up to Kopelman. Kopelman has it, trying to get by the defender, and she does. Kopelman's going on the run, trying to play a ball now across the field maybe. Cuts it back to her right foot, plays it negative. Sutton has it. Sutton with a little spin, and she has it taken from her. Kopelman trying to win the ball now, helping out Sutton. And Sutton just cannot come up with the ball near the top of the box. Turner has it now and plays it across to Hodina. Hodina has it, plays it middle of the field. Lee manages to come up with it. And she plays it into Herman, right in the middle of the box. Herman, and the goalie charges and collects it on the ground. Good opportunity there, though, for Wheaton.
Keep working, come on, Red.
There's a punt for Eastern. Rolls all the way up to their forward, Dorenzo. Dorenzo lays it to Hackman and gets it right back from her. And now maybe she'll give it back to Dorenzo, to Hackman. No, she doesn't. Plays it out far side. And here's the ball into Wheaton's box, and Karsten collects it and plays it out. Turner going to try to win this one. And she does. Ball coming down out of the air, and it's headed to Lee. Lee has it 1-on-3. Would she take him 1-on-3? Now she's trying to take him 2-on-5. She plays a through ball to Herman. Herman's coming on, nice timing, and that's going to be kicked out of bounds for a throw or a corner. Throw in Wheaton College. Here on the near side, 3:0, 7:45 left in the first half. The throw goes into Herman. Herman plays the ball across the box and out of bounds. So it's going to be a goal kick and a substitution. Into the game is going to be
number 3, Amy Akey.
Amy Akey is checking into the game, and she is going to give Peachy a rest. Here's the goal kick by Daviler. Won by Turner. Turner heads it up to Lee. Lee heads it to Herman. Herman lost it to the defense, who kicked it out of bounds here on the near side. It's going to be another Wheaton throw. Throw taken by Hodina. Throw goes into Herman. Herman tries to turn goal line and loses it out of bounds. Goal kick for the Eagles. The goal kick is going to be taken by Daviler. She's allowed 3 goals so far. Really tough shots, though.
Got that hat trick to contend with.
That's right. That hat trick by T. Lee. Sutton guarding now in midfield. Ball is played through to Hackman. Hackman has it now running into the Wheaton defending third. Hackman cuts it back across to her left foot. She's got a player at the top of the box. She cuts it back to her right. Going goal line now. Hackman tries to play it across, and Lindner's there to stop it. Ball rolls out now. Sutton tries to collect it, but she can't. That's Ruth with it, and headed out by Oliver. And Turner promptly kicks out the header. Midfield now for Herman. It's 3-on-4. Lee has it. Lee has it. Plays to Herman. Herman's going to try to collect it near the sideline. Into the attacking third now for Wheaton, as they do not have numbers anymore. Lee tried a little miscommunication there, maybe.
Yeah.
Herman has it now. Plays it through the legs of a defender and taking it goal line now. Trying to play a negative ball across the box. She does, and that's going to be cleared out by the defense. Good clearance there by Souter. And here's a substitution for Wheaton.
Checking in for Wheaton, number 19, Mackenzie Williams.
Mackenzie Williams will be coming in for Laura Karsten on the Wheaton side.
Williams saw a little action last night. Lee plays the ball across the box, and that's collected by Daviler. Coach is on Eastern screaming for them to get up, get up, get up. Come on, get the ball out of there, girls. Daviler with the punt, and it goes up. Flick on header, and Oliver meets it, and she's kind of somewhat taken out. No call. Oliver regains the ball now on the near side. Cuts it back. Needs some options. She's got one. That's Hodina. Hodina plays it back to Lindner. Lindner's got pressure. Now not so much pressure. Kind of gave up on that. And actually coming up a little bit limp on the field is Jill Dorenzo, holding what seems like her right leg. We'll see, though. She's still jogging, so she's trying to grit it through. Eastern ball now on the near side, crossing over into the midfield, over the midfield line, and a through ball a little too out far in front. And Coach Mao now recognizing that Jill is a little bit hurt for his team. He's going to make a substitution next throw-in or next goal kick. The throw goes in from Oliver to Turner. Turner, the freshman, has it and plays it up the line, and that's intercepted, and Hodina takes it right back. Hodina tries to play it up, and that's stopped by Brandt. She's been a force here on the left side. Brandt plays it up, and Lidner now is going to come up with it now in the back for Wheaton. Plays it up to Herman. Herman has it, chest trap it, knee trap it, play it over to Hodina. Hodina turns with the outside of her foot, has a through ball. She tries to play it, and that's going to go to the defender. Souter has it, the captain Souter, and she plays it up. Now Eastern trying to get it across midfield. They just can't. Lee has the ball now. Back to the goal, plays a through ball into the box, and Herman's trying to time the run. Just good idea. Unfortunate timing.
Devliners is definitely on point with that last charge, and now that pickup.
That's right.
There in good timing.
That's right. The goalie for Eastern is getting off her line in a hurry. Hackman carrying the ball now probably about 30 yards, and she loses it, and good clearance there by Liebedor. Headed right back, though. Eastern has it now, playing it more towards the middle of the field, and Crompton pops it up. Oliver tries to play it up, and that's won by Eastern. Hackman has it. Hackman lays it back to Brandt. Brandt has it in Wheaton side of the field now. Plays it across square to Graff. Graff plays it up to Hackman. Hackman has it and plays a through ball into the middle of the field. And this could be dangerous, but Lidner is there, and she clears it out. Seems like just when they have a little ray of hope, it's gone.
Yeah.
So the 3 goals for Wheaton scored pretty much in succession. About 2:30 left here in the first half. Hasn't been that much action since those 3 goals. Lee plays it across, and Kolpeman's going to try to get there. Can't get there in time, but Lee follows it up, and she also can't get there in time. Cleared by Liebedor. And a bad touch out there allows Williams to pick it up for Wheaton. Williams drops it back to Sutton. Sutton now plays it up to Lee. Lee has it, trying to turn upfield, and gets it taken from her. And the ball goes right to Liebedor. Liebedor plays it to Turner. Turner has it looking outside, almost has it taken by Hackman. Turner battling with the captain of Eastern, and the captain wins this time. But Kolpeman's coming back furiously to help with the defense. Ball rolls into the box, and a long clearance almost up by us.
Checking in for Eastern.
It was close.
Number 24, Allison Inch.
You know, if I had laid out a little bit, I think I might have been able to grab
We might
that
have been
one.
able to get some action on this game, too.
It's going to be a throw-in now for Brandt. Brandt throws it in to Inch, who just checked in the game. Oliver takes it from Inch on the pass. And Inch is sprinting back to catch Oliver. Can't catch her in time as Oliver plays it to Kolpeman. Kolpeman lays it back to Turner in the defensive third of the field, and Turner plays it all the way over, and Lindner's going to have to track this one down over on the far side, defensive third of the field. Lindner plays it up to
1
Williams.
minute remaining in the first half. 1 minute.
Williams tries to turn with it. Liebedor heads it now up the middle of the field. Play is definitely slowed since the beginning of the game. There's a ball into the box. Nobody's there, though, for Eastern University, and Hodina is going to keep this one in, plays it up the line, and it's going to roll out of bounds for a throw. 36 seconds left in the first half, 3-0 Wheaton. Hodina comes up with it now, plays it to Herman. Herman plays it through the legs of a defender and plays it up the field. Lee can't get there in time as Herman played it a little too far out in front of her. Wheaton throw off of a deflection. Herman receives the throw from Hodina. Herman plays it around a defender and then can't catch up with it. Kolpeman tries to get it.
9,
Hodina plays it up the middle of the field.
7,
And Williams is showing some speed there. She's got some speed.
She's zipped.
3,
Couldn't get there before the goalie, but
1.
Came from about midfield.
came from pretty far out and just absolutely sprinted into the box to try to get that one, to put one through before the horn sounded, but was not able to. We're going to try to get some statistics for you here in a moment. Some first half stats. How many people would you guess are here now, Blair?
I'm going to go with 450.
450?
They're steadily coming in now at the half.
And make sure if you're not going to come out here later tonight, make sure to tune in at 7 o'clock tonight. Mark McAdam and
Ladies
Matt.
and gentlemen, be sure to visit the Thunder concession stand where fresh squeezed lemonade is being served right now.
Mark
You can
McAdam.
also find the restrooms located under the football stadium to the west of the field.
Mark McAdam and Matt Lloyd will have the men's game tonight, so you can definitely tune in and listen.
You can also watch it live.
That's right.
Live
If
streaming.
you don't want to listen, you watch it. Go on WETN.org, or you can go on Wheaton's athletics website, athletics.wheaton.edu, and at the bottom right-hand corner of the page, there's a link that says Live Stats. Click that link, and you can follow all the games here at Wheaton College live as they occur. And we're going to have those statistics for you for the first half here in just a moment. Again, all 3 goals scored by Taryn Lee. We'll see who's going to come out to start the second half in goal. It may be Justine Morey as she is warming up. That's what happened yesterday. Morey started the game and Ingrid Erickson came out in the second half. Erickson started the game today and Morey is warming up in goal right now.
Definitely looking to see what Eastern University is going to come with in the second half. They had to contend. They have a pretty full senior roster, and they're contending with the Wheaton Thunder, who put a lot of new faces on the new legs on the field today.
And yet, still same story. Wheaton's up at half. Didn't allow a goal early in the game this time, though, so that's good. Are those stats going to...
They're printed.
We got printer problems up here at the WETN radio live stat video audio media
room.
Control feed room. What we're going to do right now is send it back to the studio. We'll have those stats for you as the second half begins. But for now, we're sending it back to Jacob Peklo in the studio. 3-0 Wheaton women's soccer at half.
This is your home for Wheaton Thunder Soccer. Wheaton College Radio.
Indeed, as you heard Noah mention there, it is 3-0 at the half. Wheaton out in front. Taryn Lee's got herself a hat trick already. Can she get 2 hats? That's the question. Anyway, she's already surpassed 50 goals in her collegiate career, and speaking of Taryn, we'll now present you with today's Thunder Sports Report. Dan Balow sits down with the Wheaton All-American.
This is the Thunder Sports Report. I'm Dan Balow, and for this edition we're talking with Taryn Lee, who's a junior on the Wheaton College women's soccer team, national champion Wheaton College women's soccer team. Now, I'm going to throw a big question right at the beginning here, Taryn, for you here. You know, you're a junior, national championships as a freshman and a sophomore. How do you prepare yourself for another season when you really haven't tasted failure yet, knowing you've got the big red circle around the Wheaton team on every single opposing team this year? Not to put any more pressure on you here, but just think a little bit about what this season could be like.
I think every athlete going into a game, going into practices, realizes that as an athlete and when you play a sport, you have to be open to success, you have to be open to failure. And it has been very nice, and it has been a huge blessing to not have to experience failure for a long time. But I have experienced before, and I know what it feels like, and I don't like that feeling, so I'm glad that I haven't had to experience it in a while. But the reality is it's going to happen sometime, and you know, if it happens in the next 2 years, then it will, and I'm going to have to learn from that, and the team will have to learn from it. But for the most part, we're doing what we can every day, every practice, every game to prepare ourselves to be able to understand that we have to win we have to be able to accept victory graciously, but then also humbly accept failure. So.
Now, you have talked a lot about your team has talked a lot about the different failure and success and things like that, but is it hard to keep a perspective of any kind when you've had as much success as this team has had? I mean, you win, you're on how many going into the season, 45 consecutive games or matches you've won. It would seem like you'd get a little complacent thinking like all we have to do is show up. What does Pete Felsky do to make sure that never happens?
Pete and the rest of our coaching staff, Tim Daniels and Cesar Gomez, and even our trainer Chris Rice, definitely they talk to us and they prepare us each season. They're just doing a great job by mentally getting into our minds that it's going to take work. And I've said it a couple times already, but again, there's this outside talk that throws that number out at us about how many wins we've had this winning streak, and the fact that we've won 3 out of the 4 championships. And this year, myself and my teammates just realized that we have to be out of that circle and out of that talk and get those numbers that are thrown at us out of our heads and realize that it's a game at a time. It's one game at a time that we have to think about. And it's not about keeping a streak. It's not about that right now. Eventually, yes, it is our goal. It's every team at any school. Everyone has this ultimate goal of a national championship, but you have to go through game 1, through game 2, etc., to get to that ultimate point. And for us, it's a game at a time right now.
That sounds awfully familiar from, that athletes will say that it's one game at a time, but when it comes right down to it, if you don't treat it that way, that's why it is a cliche, because it's true. It's just that way all the time. Now, you and Carrie Kleenstra are co-captains. You were a co-captain last year as well as a sophomore, which is kind of interesting. But how do you see your role changing now in your second year as captain?
Being a tri-captain with Sarah Richardson and Bethany Barton was a huge learning experience for me. I was very honored to be able to lead with them for the year, and they taught me just different ways to lead the team, vocally, silently, from the front of the bus, from the back of the bus, and just following their examples, following previous captains, even from my freshman year, Laura Kuntz, just being able to watch them and how they were able to handle the team, how they were able to respond to success and failures is something that I've been watching them for the past 2 years. And just this year, the role is a little different because it's with the new captain, with Carrie, and her and I are constantly meeting and talking about how we can help serve the team. And I think that's the biggest thing that the captains that I've led with in the past is just how they serve the team. And that's really the example that I'm trying to follow this year. I know Carrie and I both are trying to follow that. So.
Mm-hmm. And do you meet with the members of the team after practice or before practice? I mean, when you don't have any kind of organized activity, or is your role pretty limited to just during practice?
We obviously see the girls every single day at practice, but it's great to be a part of a team at Wheaton College because you see them in the classroom, you see them at chapel, at lunch, and then we come together as a group at practice. And we do try to make an effort to get to see the girls and get to know them out of the lines, out of the soccer field. And I think that's something that our team is very unique compared to other teams, and just the fact that we're here trying to build each other up and hold each other accountable. And we have Team DSG's discipleship small groups, and we have team worship that it's just a great thing that we can share in our love for the sport, but also share in holding each other accountable in our relationships with the Lord, our relationship with friends, and with each other. So.
Now, Wheaton is not an easy school, never has been, and I know athletes, you may be able to take a lighter load at certain seasons or whatever it is, but the classes that you do take are hard. So how do you okay, you have a game on a Tuesday and you've just had a test that day, a paper you had to turn in, you're working hard to that. How do you set that aside momentarily to go and play in a soccer match and play well? What is the mind game that you have to work on that?
For me, it's easy to put soccer it's been important to me my whole life, so for me it's very easy to not put soccer first all the time, but when it comes to game time, I get my mind pretty well set on the game. I try to shut everything else out, fans and parents, and not in a bad way, but it really comes down to focusing on the game. And I think when you do have homework and classes and all that stuff during soccer season, I think you are actually more capable of getting work done on time and just more diligently, because you're on a schedule and especially during season with NCAA rules and all that kind of stuff, that you want to do well in school. You want to go to your classes and not only be a good student, but represent the women's soccer team, and just knowing that we're here, yes, for soccer, but we're also at a very nice school, a great school where academics is important. So, yeah.
Did you enjoy watching any of the Olympics with the women's teams there? Did you spend time viewing all of that hoopla from China?
Unfortunately, I didn't get to watch too many games. My family TiVo'd them, but I didn't get to watch too many of them. And then we had practice the day, actually, we found out that the U.S. beat Brazil. So that's one that I'm going to have to watch once I go home to my actual house to watch those on TiVo.
Would you like to play in internationally like that at some point when you graduate?
I have no idea what my future is with that. Every girl has their dreams and hopes, and I know the Women's Professional League is coming out in 2010, and obviously that is something that may be in the back of my mind and something that I could definitely see myself working for and pursuing. I just have no idea what the Lord does have planned, so I'll see. It'd be fun though. I would like to continue to play soccer after Wheaton, so we'll see.
Well, we'll see indeed. We've been talking with Taryn Lee of the Wheaton College women's soccer team, national champions 2 years in a row, 3 out of the last 4 years. Unbelievable success and something to be all very proud of as Wheaton community. For schedules, results, and information about all Wheaton College teams, go on the web to athletics.wheaton.edu. Live stats are available for several sports, including women's soccer, and you can even sign up for free RSS feeds and text messages. This has been a production of Wheaton College Athletics and WETN Radio. Special thanks to Nate Frank of the Thunder Athletic Department for his help setting this up. For the Thunder Sports Report, this is Dan Balo. Thank you for listening.
Is half number 2 just going to be an experimental time here for Wheaton, or more of the same from Taryn Lee? We'll have to see. Although, Noah Helm and Blair Malcolm are out there at the second half of action, and I'll be back with you for the post-game show to help catch you up on some of the action from around Major League Baseball. For now, though, it's time to go back to Joe Bean Stadium. Noah Helm and Blair Malcolm on the mic. Take it away.
I must say, I'm very, very impressed with Mr. Jacob Peklo. He told me before coming back out here in the second half he was going to try to find some Rocky theme music for us, and he did.
He came through.
Jacob,
Perfect
thank
timing.
you very much. That just made my day over here. Aside from the fact of the scoreboard over there, why don't you inform the listeners of the scoreboard?
3-0 for those of you tuning in for the second half. 3-0. Against Eastern University from Pennsylvania. That's the Eastern Eagles. Wheaton Thunder, all 3 goals from Taryn Lee, senior Taryn Lee, who is co-captain with Kleinstra this year. She's, Noah has the stats here. He can tell you a little bit about those shots.
Lee's got 5 shots so far this game, 3 of them on goal, and all 3 of them
Goals.
In the goal.
Yes.
Orweiler's got 3 shots, 1 on goal. Caitlin Kishkunis has 1 assist, and that was on the first goal, actually, where she played a through ball to Lee. Berg has an assist and 1 shot. Karsten's got a shot on goal, and Herman has a shot. So that's 11 shots for Wheaton, 6 on goal, 3 goals, 2 assists. Again, that last goal by Taryn Lee was unassisted. 2 shots, neither of them on goal.
The Taryn Lee show.
For Eastern University, yeah, the Taryn Lee show, really. Heidi Peachy with a shot and Jill DiRenzo with a shot. Really surprised that Hackman has not gotten a shot off yet.
She's been very aggressive, especially the last, I'd say, 18 minutes of the first half. She was really on this near side. She was dominating, looking for the opportunity.
Definitely, completely agree with you.
Starting the second half, in goal for the Thunder, number 00, Justine Maury.
So trend stays true, and
Yes.
Justine Maury warms up during the halftime talk and takes the field to start the second half. So she'll be in goal. Here's the kickoff. Again, Lee with 3 goals already. The record is 5. And I believe the most recent player to accomplish that feat was Sarah Richardson. Della Torre with the ball in the middle of the field, lays it back to Lidner. Lidner with the ball now in the backfield. Lidner looking up and passes up to Lee. Lee with a little touch pass to Kishkunis, running down the line. Kishkunis plays up to Berg, gets out too far in front of her, and the ball rolls back to Hackman. Hackman plays it far side. Good defense by Kishkunis, and the ball rolls back to Mosier. Mosier plays it long to Lee, and the ball is collected by Rowe here in the middle of the field. All 3 goals by Lee scored within 10.5 minutes of each other.
Yes.
That's why the end of the first half seemed a little bit slow. There's a shot wide from Hackman trying to get her first shots in. All 3 goals within 10.5 minutes.
And that second goal was her 50th career.
50th of her career, so she's got 51 right now. Mosier to take this goal kick. 3-0 Wheaton here in the beginning of the second half. Lee with a head-on. Up past midfield, Berg trying to get it around the defender. Berg touches it right outside. Good defense there by Eastern. That's Corey Brandt, and they're going to call a foul on Berg down there at the far end of the field. Wheaton now running right to left on your radio dial. Free kick for Eastern University Eagles. That's going to go up by midfield. Kishkunis meets it and beats a defender. Now she goes past Hackman. Hackman not really making too much of an effort to stay with her. Kishkunis plays it middle of the field to Orweiler. Orweiler can't control it. Ball pops up to Hackman. Hackman plays it out and up to her forward, and it's taken by Foltz near midfield, and the ball is cleared back up, and Karsten is going to collect it right in the middle of the circle. Della Torre with her back to the goal, and she passes back to Mosier. Mosier, who got a little break at the end of the first half as Rebecca Oliver came in to fill in for her, is back on the field now. Foltz with the ball on the near side. Foltz plays it all the way back across to Mosier. Mosier plays it to Lidner in the middle. Lidner cuts it back. Dangerous, but cuts it back past a forward and turns it upfield. Hackman intercepts the pass from Lidner, and Hackman gets it back on the 1-2 between herself and Jill DiRenzo, who had another shot in the first half. Foltz collects it. Foltz passes to Karsten in the middle of the field. Karsten taking her time, passes over to Mosier. Lots and lots of possession here for Wheaton. Mosier plays a long ball up to Orweiler. Orweiler controls it with her chest, and the ball is going to roll up to Lee. Lee is going to be called for the foul there as she stuck her foot out a little too far and took down Neef. Now on the near side, Zeiset has it. Zeiset passes into Rowe. Rowe tries to give it back to Zeiset. That's not going to work. Foltz and Kleinster both too fast for that to happen. Orweiler lays it back to Della Torre across midfield. Della Torre now backtracking, passes it back to Karsten. Karsten plays it over to Lidner. Lidner with the ball in the middle of the field, plays it all the way back to the right side, far side of the field, and that's Mosier with the ball. Mosier plays it middle of the field past Karsten, and that's going to be intercepted. Change of possession here, and another change of possession as Kleinster comes up with it and lays it back to Foltz. Are we going to see some more defensive passing here? Yes, we are. Foltz lays it back to Lidner. Lidner over to Mosier. No pressure being applied whatsoever by Eastern. Mosier plays a long through ball to Berg. Berg has the ball running near the top of the box. She's got options in the middle of the field. Berg looks, plays the ball across the mouth of the box, and collected by the goalie for Eastern. That would be Davler. Davler with a punt now. 3-0, Wheaton College with the lead. 41 minutes left here in the second half. Again, Taryn Lee with all 3 goals in the first half, all within 10.5 minutes of each other. As the ball rolls out for a corner goal kick, it's going to be a goal kick for the Wheaton Thunder women's. Maury just checked into the game at the end of the first half, or the beginning of the second half, at halftime, after halftime. She receives the ball on the ground now after it's played back to her after the goal kick, and Mosier comes up with it, clears it with her left foot to the middle of the field to Delatorre, who turns with it with her thigh across her body, collected by Rowe. Now played up to Orweiler, and it's going to be a foul on Delatorre in the middle of the field. And just on the Eagles side of midfield, right in the middle, is going to be the free kick, and that's going to be taken by Jill DiRenzo. DiRenzo's kick goes up to Foltz, who meets it with her head. And Kleinster tries to take it out of the air with her head, but that's coming straight down. Those are a little bit harder to judge because there's no trajectory on them. That's the reason why you see a lot of players miss headers that are coming straight down on them. Hackett passes it back, and the ball's played into the box. This may be the first real chance for the Eagles, but Maury comes off her line and collects it and rolls it out to Mosier. Good pressure applied. Mosier plays it to Kishkunis, who plays it back to Mosier. Mosier plays it long to Lee. Lee has it, takes it out of the air back to Delatorre. Delatorre turns with it and plays it back across the field, now near side in the attacking third of the field for Kleinstra. Kleinstra has it look middle of the field, and she lays it back where there's no pressure at all. And Foltz is going to have all day to do whatever she wants with it. Foltz tries to play a through ball to Lee, and that's cleared out of bounds by the Eastern University defense. Foltz is going to take the throw right here under our booth on the near side of the field, near midfield. Foltz's throw is met in the air by Neef of Eastern University. Neef plays it across the field, and that's taken by Delatorre, then taken right back by Peachy, and then taken by Orweiler. Orweiler has it now near the top of the box on her left foot, takes a left-footed shot, one hop to the goalie. Davler collects it. Davler's punt over into Wheaton territory. Lidner takes it out of the air with her chest and plays it up with her left foot to Orweiler, who can't get a head on it. Maybe a little push in the back, maybe not. Collected by Rowe. Rowe plays it up, and then it's touched back, and Kishkunis is going to come up with it now. And she lays it back to Mosier. Mosier plays it up on the ground to Delatorre. Delatorre with one defender on her plays a nice split pass to Karsten. Karsten has a streaking Kleinster on her left. I don't know if she sees her or not. She's going to try to play a through ball of some sort. Now she's going to reconsider options. She got pushed in the back. This is going to be a free kick for Wheaton. Right off the top of the box, about 24 yards out.
We're seeing Eastern not apply quite as much pressure on the defense, but when they do get there, they're playing a lot more aggressively.
I agree. Mosier's going to take the kick. Here it is. It's a low strike, and just deflected by the keeper. Orweiler goes up in the air, tries to meet it, but it's knocked back off the keeper upfield. And Lidner meets the ball well in front of midfield for the Thunder. Lidner takes the ball, and she controls it and tries to give a through ball to Berg. Can't, but Berg comes up with it anyway off of a deflection. Berg cuts it back to her left foot, over to Karsten. Karsten has it, left-footed shot, top of the box, low, and just wide.
Just shy.
3-0, 37 minutes left. Wheaton College with the lead.
It's good to see Karsten getting these opportunities to take those shots.
That's right. As a freshman, sometimes you might be a little wary of whether or not to
go for it. We could be looking at the next Taryn Lee.
You never know. This whole team really works very well together as that ball goes off of Foltz out of bounds. The throw-in goes into Hackman. Hackman is going to have help from her teammates. She cuts it back and tries to cut it through Delatorre, as Delatorre will have none of it. The ball now goes to Neef. Neef takes it up and plays it into the middle of the box, headed out by Foltz. Up to Karsten. Karsten tries to turn with it, has it taken from her, and the ball is played in, and a long shot by Peachy right back up the field as Lidner clears it. And Orweiler with a touch just a little too out far in front, and Lee has it now running one-on-one with the goalie off of a pass from Orweiler. Lee's going for her 4th goal here. She plays it with her left foot, far post, goal, Taryn Lee.
All right.
Her 4th goal of the game, her 52nd of the career.
Nice.
And this Wheaton bench over here is pretty ecstatic.
4-0 with Wheaton leading. That was, 11 minutes in?
Yeah.
Yep.
Not even. 9 minutes in.
9.
Good pass by Orweiler.
4th of the game for number 16, Taryn Lee. From number 5, Jamie Orweiler. Lee from Orweiler.
So Lee, coming into the game, was 2nd in scoring on the season. We had only had 1 game. She had 1 goal on the season. That was in the first game. But Kopelman had 2 that first game.
Kopelman did have 2.
So, you know, while Kopelman might have gloried in her lead over Taryn Lee for a while, it did not last too long, as Lee said, give me that lead, right back, and scores 4 here in the second game. Delatorre has it in the middle of the field, near the top of the circle, and plays it back to Mosier. Mosier has it, plays it negative across the field to Foltz. Foltz has it, 1 defender on, cuts it back to the middle of the field, beats the defender, and plays a through ball to Kleinstra. Kleinstra has it now near the top left corner of the box in the attacking third for Wheaton. Kleinstra cuts it back to her right foot, now back to her left foot. Little bit of a mix-up with a couple players there. No foul called as Kleinstra goes down to the ground, and Delatorre takes a shot into the box, and that's kicked back out. Peachy controls now off of Kleinstra's head, and it's going to be cleared out by the defense, and Foltz is going to try to put it right back in there. Hackman's going to have it now for Eastern as Karsten takes it from Hackman and plays it back to Lidner, and Lidner plays it back to Morey. This is dangerous. When your goalie is controlling the ball, Morey did a great job right there of just kind of getting rid of it. But you want to be careful. And now up top, Dorenzo had it for a second, and then the ball is shot in by Hackman from a good 35 yards out. No worry there, really, as Morey collects it. And her punt's going to land a bit short of midfield, met in the air by Peachy. Carson tried to collect it. She couldn't. Ball goes up and taken by Mosier. Mosier has it, stepped in by Rowe. Mosier stays with it. Little hesitation there, and Rowe comes out on top and wins that one. Mosier now tries to take the ball from Zeiset. She can't. Ball goes up to Lee. Lee looking for a through ball or a negative. She plays negative across the field to Kleinstra. Kleinstra has it on the near side, crossing over into midfield. Kleinstra plays negative to Lee, as Lee now has 5 Wheaton Thunder players in front of her. Lee plays it square to Mosier, who's running up the field, getting into the attack now as an outside back. Mosier plays it into the box, and it's headed out. Delatorre has it in the middle of the field now for Wheaton. And Hackman has it now, trying to bring the ball up the field for Eastern University. And on a pass, Kelly Foltz knocked it out of bounds, and he'll have a sub here.
Checking for Eastern, number 3, Amy Aki, and then for Wheaton, number 2, Allie Kopelman.
So we see Kopelman coming in for Kleinstra just like in the first half, and Aki coming in for O'Keefe.
That's right, which I believe also might have happened in the first half.
Yes.
And that's a long clearance right there, but Lidner collects it and plays it 1 touch out of the air. That's tough right there. 1 touch out of the air with her foot to Foltz. Foltz plays it to Kopelman, just checked into the game, as Blair just mentioned. Hackett with the ball in the middle of the field. Really has nobody showing for her whatsoever.
We saw that in the first half as well.
She's kind of trying to, she doesn't have too many options. Berg has the ball on the far side of the field, just on Wheaton's side of midfield, now crossing over into the attacking half. Tripped up a little, but the ball was tapped first, so no foul call. Hackett has it now, trying to go by Carson. Hackett plays a ball up to Dorenzo, who is offside, so she did not try to play it. And the ball rolls to Morey as she throws it out to Foltz. Foltz has it and passes near side now. Orweiler has it, turns outside of the foot, bringing it up the line. Orweiler passes to Delatorre.
Challenged by
Delatorre,
3.
yeah, challenged by 3 defenders. And Lee has the ball now. Lee using her body to protect it, passes over to Orweiler. Orweiler tries to keep it in, and the linesman's going to call it out of bounds.
Now with Lee's last goal, her 4th one of this game, we did see that breakaway that we had predicted earlier in the half.
That's right. At the beginning of, or mid-first half, you said the way that Wheaton is playing this game, which is a lot really in the midfield and in the back, you're going to see a lot of quick counterattacks and breakaways. And especially with the way that Eastern was defending it.
Yes.
Berg has it now going goal line, on the attacking goal line. Berg has it now on her left foot, plays it across the box, and that's knocked out of there. Berg tries to get it back and can't. Ball rolls up to Dorenzo as Lidner and Dorenzo meet deadlocked with the ball for one moment, and the ball, and wow.
Whoa.
They're going to call, it looked like Dorenzo pulled Lidner down, but the foul is on Lidner. Both of them really just fighting for the ball right there.
Really?
The ball did not move for probably about 3 seconds as they were just fighting for it foot for foot.
Footing.
Long kick now, played to the top of the box and in the box, and Lidner plays it out one time. Ball's going to roll out to Peachy as Kishkunis cuts off the space. And Peachy plays it out of bounds. He'll have a couple subs in a moment here. Mosier's going to take the throw, meanwhile, for Wheaton. The throw goes into Lidner. Lidner turns upfield, plays back to Mosier. Mosier plays it, dangerous pass, but gets through to Karsten. Karsten plays it up to Kishkunis. Kishkunis still with it and dribbles it out of bounds. It's going to be...
for Eastern, number 21, Tanya Lang, and number 27, Tess Beckwith.
We've got Lang and Beckwith coming in the maroon. Both freshmen coming in for Christine Zeiset and Jill Dorenzo. This is their first time in the game, so it's going to be interesting to see what they bring.
That's right. And Hodina is going to check in a moment for Wheaton. Berg with the ball, going into Wheaton's attacking third of the field now. Berg with one defender to beat. She goes around her. She's trying to go goal line. Good defense, good catching up there by the Eagles' defense. Kishkunis has it now at the top right corner of the box, plays to Berg. Berg looking to play something across. She gets the ball across on the ground, and that's collected by Souter. Delatorre plays it back, that's Kopelman plays it back across the mouth of the goal, and the ball rolls all the way out on the near side, and it's going to be an Eastern throw here on the near side of the field. 4-0 Wheaton College winning. 29 minutes left here in the game. In the second Bob Batista Invitational game for Wheaton College. Ball goes back to Rowe now as she takes it into Wheaton territory. Rowe plays it up, and that's going to be collected by Lidner after a tough pass to a forward. And Lidner passes to Delatorre, who does not turn with it across her body, but now kind of spinning around, being well guarded there by Tanya Lang, who just checked into the game, so she had to play it back. Mosier with the ball now, carrying it up the field.
Not much pressure there.
Not much pressure at all. Karsten with it, and Karsten's going to play it outside to Orweiler. Orweiler's got some space in front of her, and she's got Lee right ahead of her on her left. There may be a through ball here. Orweiler plays it to Delatorre in the middle of the field. Delatorre cuts it back to her left foot, and then kind of loses it a little bit. Karsten's going to collect it in the middle of the field just at the very start of Wheaton's attacking third. Karsten now passes to Orweiler. Orweiler maybe has to back out a little bit to get some more space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players guarding 4 of Wheaton players. Ball goes into the box. Kopelman's going to try to get around the defender, but Davler picks it up. It's going to be a punt for Davler, and Lee may get a break pretty soon, as this game is heavily in Wheaton's favor with four goals to none here with 27 minutes left in the game. Mosier plays it outside. Kishkunis plays it up to Delatorre. Delatorre has it, cuts it back. Now looking upfield and plays it up to Kopelman. Kopelman can't get there as the defender stepped. And Hackett has it now in the middle of the field. Hackman has it in the middle of the field for Eastern. Lee has it now for Wheaton after the dispossession. Plays it up to Kopelman, stepping by the defender, right back to Lee. Lee has it and plays it negative to Foltz. Foltz plays it up in the air, and that's going to be taken out of the air and played out of bounds.
Checking in for Eastern, number 5, Katie Ruth, number 12, Helena Crompton and number 23, Bethany Engel. In for Wheaton, number 10, Erin Hodina, and number 3, Jamie Herman.
So Herman and Hodina check into the game. They get Kishkunis and Lee. So Taryn Lee, do you think she'll come back in, or?
She might. I mean, it's heavily in our favor right now. 4-0, 26 left. We might give a chance to see some scoring from Kopelman or another freshman.
That's right. Orweiler has it now. Orweiler cutting it to the middle of the field near the top of the box. Got bumped a little. Ref put the whistle up to his mouth but did not blow it. And the ball's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be a Wheaton throw.
Substitution for Wheaton, number 23, Ann Turner.
Turner's going to check in now for Karsten. Foltz with the throw. Throws it into Herman, who just checked into the game. Herman plays it into the middle of the field. And that's kind of knocked around by Delatorre. Back to Herman. Ball comes out. Delatorre steps. Delatorre can't dispossess, but now she does. Gets it, and Herman has it now. Ball played to the middle of the field. And up in the air. Mosier has it now near midfield, and now the Eagles. A lot of knocking around here.
Yeah.
Back and forth. Lots of change of possession. Not really any fluid passing so far after those substitutions. Hackman has it, tries a long shot high. Had the distance, had the strength. Did not have the accuracy. Maury's going to take this goal kick for Wheaton. She's got Foltz as a short option to her left. And she goes longer and plays to Orweiler, who keeps it in play, heading it up. And Herman is not going to be able to keep it in play after Orweiler did. Throw goes into Hackman. Hackman tries to play the ball up to Tanya Lang, who just checked in. Foltz is going to try to ride it out of bounds. So it's going to be a Wheaton goal kick. 4-0 Wheaton, 24:30 left here in the second half. Mosier's going to take this goal kick, and you would think get a little more power behind it, but she plays it short to Foltz. Foltz plays it back across the middle of the field, square to Mosier. Mosier's got it. She's got Lindner on her right and Turner in front of her. She plays it back left to Foltz. Foltz has got Turner ahead of her. Foltz plays it to her left to Orweiler. Orweiler should take it up the field. Here she comes. Crossing over. Midfield. Kopelman can't hang on to it, and it rolls out of bounds. It's going to be an Eastern throw. The throw is taken by Neef. Neef throws it into Hackman. Dispossessed by Herman, and Delatorre comes up to collect the loose ball. Foltz with a one-touch to Mosier as she had pressure, and there's the first bit of pressure we've seen all day from Eastern University.
But we're also seeing our girls handle it very well, passing it back and forth.
That's right, but Tess Beckwith, she might be out of gas now, but she was going all out for several passes there. Great through ball there, and Berg is going to come up with it now on Eastern side of the field. Berg cuts it back between her legs and back again, kind of dribbling backwards, and now passes back to Mosier, who plays a long ball up to Herman, hopefully, running onto it. Herman and the goalie go up, and the goalie comes down with it. Again, at 7 o'clock tonight, the Wheaton men's soccer team will be facing Messiah College. Be sure to either tune in here on your radio dial. You can also listen live online as Orweiler has the ball now going into the middle of the box. On her left foot, takes a rip and off a defender, out of bounds for a corner.
Thunder, corner kick.
You can either listen on your radio, online, on Wheaton College TV. You can also watch online.
Yes.
WETN.org. Click Watch Live. Ball goes into the middle of the box, and it comes out now, and it's cleared by Eastern. 3 Wheaton players around the ball. Turner plays it over to Hodina on the far side. Rebecca Oliver about to check into the game. Hodina plays the ball into the box. Great ball to Kopelman. Kopelman head on. Keeper comes up with it out of the air. Kopelman scored on a header yesterday, I believe.
Yes, she did.
One of her 2 goals.
And you're seeing Orweiler playing Like, she's looking to get another shot in today.
Oh, definitely.
Definitely.
Orweiler wants to get something in before she comes out of this game.
She's itching for it.
She's got an assist already, to her credit.
Yes.
And Lidner yelling at Orweiler to get outside. And Lidner plays the ball to Orweiler. From the back, Orweiler carrying it. She carries the ball very well and is very dangerous with it. Orweiler plays a through ball to Herman. Herman has the ball now in the attacking third near the goal line. Cuts it back towards the middle of the goal. Plays it across the field. Berg just missed it in the middle of the box. And Eastern's going to come out with it and try to dribble it all the way down the field by themselves. And that would be Nicole Grindle. And she loses it. It's going to be played up, and Turner and Mosier both try to get a foot on it to dispossess. Eastern played up to Delatorre. Delatorre turns past the defender, but she's got Hackman on her back, and Hackman takes it.
Coming down the center, we tend to meet with a lot more of a strong defensive pressure.
Eastern has the ball on the near side now, and Orweiler lets it run out of bounds.
Heading for Eastern, number 24, Allison Inch. And number Wheaton, number 14, Rebecca Oliver.
Checking in for Wheaton is Rebecca Oliver. She's going to grab Mosier.
And Inch is grabbing
Don't forget to visit the
Grindle
Texas stand
in
with
the
us some
maroon.
Fresh squeezed lemonade.
Come on out, 7 o'clock tonight. Wheaton College against Messiah College. I believe that's a rematch of, was it the 2006
Yeah.
NCAA championship, national championship match. There's a long shot, a little bit wide for Delatorre.
Checking in for Eastern, number 10, Heidi Peachy, and number 22, Lauren Rowe.
So Peachy, the captain, checking back in, as well as Rowe. And checking out is going to be Crompton and Bethany Engel. Goal kick here for Daviler. And one in the air by Kolpman. Let me tell you, she's pretty skilled up in the air. Berg trying to possess the ball on the sideline, and she runs around a defender to repossess it. Ball's played over to Hodina. Hodina plays it back to Oliver. Oliver, and here's the defensive ball rotation, plays it to Lidner, and Lidner predictably plays it to Foltz. Foltz has space in front of her, depending on what defender commits, and that would be Rowe. And Rowe won the ball, but Foltz came back and won it back. Foul called on Foltz. Free kick for Eastern University Eagles. 0-1 on the season after the 2-0 loss to DePaul. That's DePaul with a W from Indiana last night. Wheaton with a 5-1 win last night is winning 4-0 tonight, kicking off the season pretty successfully, I'd say. Checking into the game for Wheaton is going to be Caitlin Liebador soon enough. And she should be grabbing Kelly Foltz. Lidner has it in the middle of the field, carrying it upfield now. Nobody is committing, so she's just going to keep going. And now there's a commit, and she plays it up to Delatorre. Delatorre plays it to Kolpelman. Kolpelman attacked from behind by Peachy, and Kolpelman wins it right back. Kolpelman going into the box now, has it on her right foot, cuts back to her right side, and plays it outside to Herman. And it's going to go off a defender, I believe. It's going to be a Wheaton throw and a Wheaton sub.
And for Wheaton, number 24, Kaylin Liebador. And for Eastern, number 14, Christine Zysett.
Zysett's coming in, taking Lang off the field.
The throw goes into Herman. Herman has it near the top left corner of the box, plays to Delatorre, coming over the middle of the field. Turner stops it. Turner with the ball on her right foot, cuts it back. Now still on her right foot, takes a long shot, and wide of the goal. Low and wide as Turner misses her shot. Here's another sub.
Checking in for Wheaton, number 21, Carrie Kashaba.
Looks like we've got Kashaba coming in for Berg
So Berg gets a
with 17 on the clock.
well-deserved rest. Yes, 17 minutes left on the clock, 4-0 Wheaton. here in their second game of the season. Orweiler has it, plays it square to Delatorre. Great turn by Delatorre, and she takes a long shot right at the goalie.
It was a beautiful turn, though.
She turned with the ball 270 degrees to set up a shot for her right foot.
Of course, if you want to see that action, we're streaming live on WETN.org.
That's right. Streaming live. You can watch the game. Amazing what they can do nowadays. Nowadays. I'm not that old, but it's going to be a Wheaton throw in their attacking third on the far side of the field. And Kashaba takes the throw, goes into Hodina toward the goal line, and it's going to be kicked out by a defender for a goal kick.
Checking in for Wheaton, number 4.
I'm sorry, for a
and for Eastern, number 13, Jill DiRenzo.
corner kick. So it's going to be... Go ahead, Blair.
You got Kishkunis coming in for Orweiler, and on Eastern, you've got Jill DiRenzo coming in to take out Beckwith. So those two freshmen that came in about halfway through this half have now both been replaced.
Oliver has the ball at the
seniors.
Top right corner of the box, and it's going to be sent into Kashaba and out of bounds. Goal kick. Here's the goal kick for Daviler. Goes low, and Delatorre meets it in the middle of the field. Delatorre turns outside, cuts back middle. Defenders really does not know what to do. Plays back to Liebedor. Liebedor with it on the near side. Goes through one defender and passes it to Kishkunis. Kishkunis tries to play a through ball. Not enough pace on it as her pass is picked off. And the long ball is played. Liebedor comes up with it in the back for Wheaton and tries to play with her left foot down the line. That's intercepted by Hackman. Hackman taking the ball up the field now in the attacking third, going towards Wheaton's goal line. She's at Wheaton's goal line, tries to cut it back, and there's going to be a foul call. No foul call, but a whistle. And I guess he's just pointing out for... No, he called a foul, yeah. Foul call, and that's going to be on Ann Turner. And it's not a corner kick as it would have been. And instead, Eastern University has the privilege of moving the ball about 3 yards closer to the post. And they play it as a corner, play it back. And the ball is sent into the goal. Into the, I'm sorry, not the goal. You listeners were probably, into the goal, no. Not into the goal, into the box. And right over the head of an attacker. Wheaton with the ball now coming down the far side. 4-0, Wheaton Thunder winning with 13:36 left here in the second half. All 4 goals by Taryn Lee. She has 52 goals in her career as she crossed the milestone 50th. Here's a ball into Herman in the box. Herman takes a left-footed shot. That's a goal. 5-0. 5-0. Herman from Delatorre. And that was a great through ball and a great finish. Here's a couple more substitutions.
We've got Mackenzie Williams and Kristen Clark coming in for Delatorre and Ann Turner.
Checking in for Wheaton, number 17, Kristen Clark, and number 19, Mackenzie Williams.
You recall yesterday we won 5-1 against Cal Baptist, so maybe tonight we can...
3, Jamie Herman. Assist to number 9, Mia Delatorre, and number 21, Carrie Kashaba. Herman from Delatorre and Kashaba.
So that's a double assist on that one. Kashaba gets an assist and Delatorre gets an assist. As you were saying, we won 5-1 last night.
Oh, and tonight maybe we can look to beat that personal best.
That's right.
For the season.
5-0 tonight with 12:45 left here in the second half. Hackman has it, loses it to Kopelman. Kopelman plays it back to Oliver. Oliver carrying it upfield, plays it across the field to Kishkunis. Kishkunis gets there and lays it off. Played up by Liebedor. and Herman trying to keep it in play, and it's going to roll out of bounds on the Eagle side of the field.
And for Eastern, number 2, Corey Brandt.
And Corey Brandt subbed in for the throw taker, for the girl who was going to take the throw, and
That would be Katie Ruth.
Katie Ruth, but she did not take the throw. She took off, and the ball was lying there on the sideline with no one to throw the ball in. But it's in play now, and Herman has it now coming up the field, dispossessed. Peachy has it, cuts it back to her right foot, plays it to her right, and that's going to be Ruth with the ball. Ruth tries to play it through Kopelman and does not work. Kishkunis has it now for Wheaton. Tries to pull it back, and it's going to be out of bounds off of the defender. Wheaton throw. Kishkunis throws it in to Liebedor in the back. Liebedor has it and plays it to the middle of the field, and that's going to be intercepted. DiRenzo has it now for the Eagles. Wheaton trying to preserve its shutout. Ball rolls through into the box, and that's going to be Kashaba with the ball on the far side. Kashaba plays it up, and that's going to be Kristen Clark with the ball for Wheaton. And a foul called on Kristen Clark. It's going to be a Wheaton. I'm sorry, it's going to be an Eastern University kick. Justine Morey in goal, trying to preserve this shutout. She played 45 minutes yesterday. If she plays the whole half, she'll have 45 today. Here's the free kick. It's on goal and in the goal. Long kick, long free kick. Morey just couldn't get up there as it snuck in right under the crossbar.
Heading for Eastern, number 13, Chrissy Graff, and number 20, Nicole Grindle.
We've got Graff and Grindle coming in the maroon. They'll be taking out Zysett and Inch.
So Steffi Sauter, the defender and captain of this Eagles team, scores a goal to her credit on a free kick. A nice one at that. Just kind of put it up in the air and let it sneak in.
Her first of the season for number 6, Steffi Sauter.
Liebedor has it now. So the score is what it was yesterday, 5-1. The Wheaton women's team winning. The difference is that yesterday Wheaton was scored on first and then scored 5 goals. And today,
There we go.
Wheaton scored 5 goals first and then got scored on.
I like that difference.
Yeah, you know, you'd like even another difference maybe we'll see the next game is maybe we keep that shutout going. You know, that was a free kick, though, and that happens on set pieces.
Yeah.
Kishkunis is going to lay it back now to Liebedor. Liebedor has it and plays it up to Kishkunis. Kishkunis taking it towards the middle of the field, plays the ball into the box. To an oncoming forward. That was Herman, but she couldn't get there before the goalie. Davler collects it, and she'll have another punt. Davler with a long kick there, taken out of the air by none other than Kristen Clark, freshman defender from Thousand Oaks, California. Went to Oaks Christian.
And for Wheaton, number 9, Mia Del Torre, and going into goal, number 1, Carly Olson.
So Carly Olson is going to see some goal time as she saw a little bit of time the last time that Wheaton played, which was last night. Carly Olson saw 8 minutes and 57 seconds of goal time.
Looks like today she'll see 8 minutes and 59 seconds.
Hey, it's going up.
It's consistent.
That PT, that playing time is going up. Oliver now with the ball for Wheaton in the backfield. Comes and plays it square across the field to Liebedor. Liebedor has an option on her left. That's Kishkunis. She plays it. Kishkunis touches it between her legs and plays a through ball up to Hodina. Hodina can run, and she's going to keep possession of it just before it rolls out of bounds.
And for Eastern, number 4, Kara Neef.
Neef checks into the game for Eastern.
She'll be taking out Zysett, who just got in.
Who actually has been a big asset so far.
Yes.
Just being able to control a little bit of play with Hackman. Delatorre tries to play it to Hodina. Not far enough. Hodina comes up with it anyway, off of the tackle, and that's going to... They're calling a foul on Hodina on that one. free kick for Souter, who just scored her first goal of the season on a nice, probably about a 25-yard free kick. And that's met by Kish Kunis. And what happened there on that free kick was Neef could not see for Eastern. The sun is right in her eyes. She put her hand up over her eyes, and Kish Kunis, with no worry about any sunlight coming in her eyes, just stepped right behind her and met the ball. Liebedor is going to take a throw on the near side here for Wheaton. The throw goes into Hodina. Hodina flick-on header, and that's going to be collected by Souter. Souter plays it up. Step there by Kristen Clark, and it's going to be a handball on Clark. 7 minutes left here in regulation. Wheaton with a 5-1 lead. 4 goals by Taryn Lee, 3 of them in the first half, and 1 goal most recently to make it 5-1. Off the referee again. We've seen that a couple times today as Kristen Clark is battling Hackman for it in the midfield. And a through ball is sent down the middle of the field. This could be dangerous for Wheaton. Oliver comes up with it and plays it to Delatorre. Delatorre has it and plays it back to Oliver. Oliver looks up line, cuts it back to the middle of the field and plays it to the middle of the field to Clark. Clark has it and plays it up to Williams. Williams has it. She plays it up all the way to Herman. Herman plays it outside, trying to hit fellow teammate Kishaba, who had an assist earlier today.
Substitution for Eastern. Number 12, Kaylita Crompton, and number 23, Bethany Engel.
Jamie Herman scored the 5th goal, I believe. It's going to be a throw-in on the far side for Eastern. Throw-in goes to Hackman. Hackman loses it to Delatorre. Delatorre now coming with the ball in the middle of the field, plays it across the field to the near side to Kish Kunis. Kish Kunis can't hang on to it, and Hodina is raging forth, trying to take the ball back for her teammate. Still raging, coming all the way back down the field. Can't catch up with it as Hackman has the ball in the middle of the field. Now this could be dangerous for Wheaton. Hackman with it in the middle and cleared by Liebedor. Strong foot there. Taken out of the air by Eastern, and the ball is headed up to Crompton. Crompton loses it, and it's going to come back and forth, and eventually Hodina comes up with it by midfield. Hodina plays it over to Kish Kunis, and she cannot keep it in play. The throw-in goes into Hackman, and it's going to be lost, and Liebedor comes up with it and passes it back to Lidner. Lidner has it. It's got everywhere in front of her, and she will dribble until someone commits. She passes up to Hodina. Hodina plays over to Kish Kunis. Kish Kunis back to Hodina. Hodina with one defender advancing. Hodina with her back to the defender. Plays it back to Lidner. Lidner plays it through ball with her left foot. Does not get over the Eastern defense of Souter as she takes it out of the air with her head. Back to Delatorre in the midfield. And Delatorre plays it back into the backfield to Oliver on the far side of the field. Ball moves up now to Kishaba across midfield on the far side, and now to Herman on the far side of the field. Wheaton throw, Wheaton sub.
Checking in for Wheaton, number 13, Esther Tan, and in for Eastern, number 11, Katie Mannion.
So this is going to be Esther Tan's first few minutes as a Wheaton Thunder women's soccer player. She's going to replace Lauren Lidner.
Got Mannion coming in for Hackman. She came in earlier in the first half to kind of aid Hackman last time.
That's right. And it looks like Tan is going to be playing left back as Oliver moves to the middle and Liebedor moves to the right side. Herman with a nice touch to Williams. Williams might have her first chance on goal, and she has it dispossessed in the box. Delatorre has it near the top of the box, and that's cleared out. Kish Kunis has it, takes it out of the air with her chest. Great possession there. Kish Kunis tries to lay it off to Clark. Clark can't get there in time as there's a couple defenders in the way. And the ball is played out. And now this is something that we've seen a couple times from Grindle as she takes it all the way up the field by herself. Grindle plays a long ball to nobody, out of bounds, Wheaton goal kick. 5-1 Wheaton College with 3 minutes and 20 seconds left here in the second half. Wheaton looking to move to 2-0 on the season. And it's going to be a goal kick for Carly Olson, former tennis player. Made a nice save yesterday. Ball goes up to Herman. Herman lays it back to Kashaba. Kashaba keeps it in play and plays it up to Williams. Williams lets it go off her chest and then back to the Eastern defense. Delatorre comes up with the ball in the middle of the field. She's got a couple options. Plays back to Oliver, who's playing sweeper now since Lidner checked out of the game. Oliver has the ball and she's got all day. She plays it over to Tan with her first touches as a Wheaton player, and Tan gets the ball back to Oliver. Oliver plays it over to Kishkunis. Kishkunis has it and plays it middle of the field to Delatorre. Delatorre has it now looking back and tries to play it through a defender. Does not work. Delatorre plays it to Kishkunis. Not enough pace on the ball as Ruth comes up with it. Ruth gives a little 1-2 and gets the ball streaking down the sideline. Can't keep it in play. It's going to be a Wheaton throw with 2 minutes left in the second half. Tan takes the throw to Oliver. Oliver plays the ball up to Kishkunis. Kishkunis turns the ball one way, turns it back the other way, and now plays it across the field to the far side of the field, still in on Wheaton's side of the field, to Liebedor. Liebedor plays it across midfield to Herman. Herman taking it up past one defender, now plays a through ball up to Williams. Williams kind of loses control a little bit of it, and there's going to be a foul called on Williams. It's going to be a free kick for Eastern University. The Eagles, unless they score 4 goals in the next minute and 25 seconds, will move to 0-2 on the season. Free kick taken, and it's a strong one. Met by Liebedor in the air. Liebedor gets it up to Delatorre. Delatorre possessing the ball well in midfield, tries to get it to Hodina. Hodina can't get there in time, and Eastern comes up with the ball in the middle of the field, still on their half of the field, though. High ball in the air
1 minute remaining.
to Kishkunis, and she's going to let it roll out of bounds and take the throw. Kishkunis throws it up over the head of a defender to Hodina, and the ball is played up in the air, and Kishkunis is going to do it all again, moving up a few yards.
With 45 seconds on the clock.
And there's a second ball on the field, so there was a momentary pause right there. Kishkunis' throw goes in, and she plays it right back after she received it to Herman in the middle of the field. Delatorre has it. She could take a long strike here if she wanted to. Cuts it back to her left foot. Delatorre near the top of the box with the shot. Upper right corner. Goal for Maria Delatorre.
Wow. Delatorre also had a goal last night, so this is her second for the season. 25 seconds on the clock, so she moved the score from 6-1, Wheaton leading.
So we did improve on yesterday.
Yes, we did. So we want to see.
The Thunder goal scoring number 9, Mia Delatorre. That's her second of the season. Delatorre unassisted.
Nice left-footed strike from about 20 yards out. Put it right in the upper right-hand corner. No way that Davler was going to be able to
10,
get there.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Oliver clears the
3,
ball.
2, 1.
And with that, Wheaton Thunder moves to 2-0 on the season. We're going to get some end-of-the-game statistics for you here in a moment.
The Thunder improved to 2-0 in the season. Their next match is
Is that our
September 6th
47th
against Carleton College here at Joe Bean Stadium. That game will be played at 3 p.m. The Thunder would like to thank Baroni's Pizza of Glen Ellen for providing pizza for the press box. Baroni's Pizza is the official pizza of the Thunder. Visit Baroni's Pizza at www.bpizza.com. Baroni's Pizza, the better of the best. Also be sure to visit the Thunder concession stand where the grill is hot and the lemonade is fresh. And stick around for the exciting match between the Wheaton Thunder men's soccer team and Messiah College, which will begin in 30 minutes.
So Wheaton Women's Thunder Soccer moves to 2-0 on the season after a 6-1 victory here as the Thunder ladies jog out to the far side of the field to receive applause from the fans. Really a nice victory here. Didn't get scored on until late in the game off of a free kick from about 25 yards out, and that was by Souter, an Eastern defender, her first goal of the season. The Thunder's next game they had these two Bob Batista Invitational. Their next game is here at home against Carleton College at 3 p.m., and that is going to be on September 6th. So they've got a little bit of a break now before that next game. And the Eagles jog back over to their side of the field.
Ladies and gentlemen, a check of the Brownies Pizza scoreboard shows that Taryn Lee's 4 goals give her 52 in her career and make her 4th all-time in school history.
So you hear that over the loudspeakers. Taryn Lee, 4th all-time now in school history with goals scored. She's got 52.
Ingrid started yesterday?
Justine Maury started the first game, which was yesterday, and Ingrid Erickson started today. Erickson did not allow a goal in 45 minutes. Maury allowed the free kick goal, and Carly Olson came in late in the game for 8 minutes and 59 seconds and did not allow a goal. And these statistics will be coming momentarily for you. Again, a reminder that the Wheaton men's team